Hey folks, anyone who travels a lot has probably seen one city or another that has its very own oddities, but there are certainly different calibers, and some are so bizarre that you almost have to question their realness. Here are 7 of the strangest cities in the world, and have fun. Number 7, Warning Stone. Setenil de las Bodegas offers tourists a very special backdrop that is only very rarely seen anywhere else, because here many of the houses are carved right into the center of a large steep rock wall. These were once hollowed out by a river, and the overhanging rocks now serve as a roof. The village is thus semi-underground, and tourists are enthusiastic about the unique sights, where sometimes it's impossible to even make out the sky. The contrast between the brown stone and the white facades is also super unique. Number 6, Made in China. China is often known for its ability to copy things, and sometimes it's lesser quality. But what we'll show you now brings plagiarism to a new level. After all, China has brought a piece of Austria home and made an exact copy of an entire village, including the church tower, the lake, and the houses. The template for this Chinese town is the picturesque village of Hallstatt, which is known for its tradition of salt mining. Although the construction project had initially caused a great stir in Austria, residents have found it quite amusing and enjoy the copy, complete with palm trees and a few spelling errors. Number 5, the Blue Light District. It's hard to believe, but there was no Photoshop or Holy Festival at work here, because the streets and the houses of this small town of Chefchaouen in the north of Morocco are actually blue, a real eye-catcher for travelers who want to enjoy a few days in absolute tranquility. Here is a relaxed, low-key atmosphere, ultimately related to the surrounding cannabis plantations. The blue color that's found mainly in the old town is to protect against the evil eye, so the locals say. Although now many tourists wander here, the small town charm remains intact, so it's definitely worth your time to visit. Number 4, Ambivalently Happy. Buzingen, a small village that lies on the border of Switzerland and Germany and is thus anything but united. Politically, it's in Germany, even belonging to the Baden-Württemberg since 1805. Economically, however, the Buzingen are Swiss. There's even an international treaty that guarantees them the opportunity to work in Switzerland, and residents feel the close relationship between Germans and Swiss are very positive. What's particularly bizarre is even the telephone booths are doubled up for calls in Switzerland and even options for Germany. It has 2 zip codes, and the inhabitants mostly have 2 phone lines. FC Buzingen places the only German team in the Swiss League. Number 3, Death is Forbidden. Actually not a bad slogan. At least one wouldn't need to worry about his or her life on a trip to the Norwegian town of Longyearbyen. Well, at least in theory. It is one of the most northern villages in the world, and by its proximity to Antarctica, it's really cold. So cold that the ground is actually permanently frozen. It's this fact which means that you could die there, but you'll just never be buried there. A cemetery is around, but it hasn't been occupied for over 70 years. There's actually an official law which maintains that one needs to go to the mainland to die. I know it sounds like a joke, but it has a plausible reason, because anyone buried in the so-called permafrost would sooner or later possibly move up to the surface. Number 2, Extraterrestrial Area. It's fairly well known that Americans have a soft spot for UFO sightings, alien theories, and ghost stories, but the city of Roswell in New Mexico takes all this madness to the extreme. In 1947, a UFO is said to have landed here. Whether this is just a huge swindle is indeed still being discussed, but the city quickly became known throughout the country as Alien City, or Area 51. So the community has made the name part of its identity, and simply advertises it everywhere with green, large-headed humanoids, thus attracting many tourists who want to look around the area for something out of this world. And finally, number 1, City of the Dead. While we've seen the city where you can't be buried, now we go to the other extreme. Colma is a municipality near San Francisco and was founded in 1924 as a so-called necropolis. That is, it's a huge funeral complex where many of the cemeteries of San Francisco have been outsourced to. Thus, the population for a long time consisted merely of florists, undertakers, and grave diggers. Only in the 80s, when a number of companies settled there that had nothing to do with cemeteries, did people with other occupations move there. Nevertheless, the death toll continues to exceed that of the living. Thus, Colma is one of the most actively run cemeteries in the world. Truly something bizarre. At least the residents take it with a sense of humor. There are, for example, t-shirts with the words, "It's great to be alive in Colma." Okay folks, well I hope you enjoyed some of these strange cities and maybe you can even visit them yourself. If you like this, why not check out our new channel, newest.news. Just click right there in the middle to subscribe. Until next time, bye!